today. This is gonna be pretty quick. We got a 1-year follow-up on the $60 Walmart floor jack, black jack, 2.5 ton capacity, $60, very cheap. And I have absolutely put this thing through its paces. When I posted the first video of this unboxing, I was preparing to install coilovers on my Passat over there, which I have since done. I've also been underneath it again, probably another 20-30 times, just adjusting ride height and until I finally got it where I wanted it to be. Then I used it again for a high flow downpipe install. I used it for hacking off my rear muffler. I used it when I painted my brakes. And I've used it on a couple of other vehicles as well. So this jack has been used, I mean, non-stop, and it still works just fine. Really the only things that I could point out is that this metal's pretty soft, and so like the tab right there, you can see that it flattened out, and then so it no longer locks into place in here, and it just kind of flops around. So you have to, I mean, it still works, it's just, it's not sturdy anymore. This whole thing got floppier, and this pin broke, but for now I've just had I mean, I could go buy another one of these pins, I'm sure, but for now I just got a nail in there, and that works fine. Wheels have held up fine, they're not cracked or anything. Everything else is totally fine with it, and for $60, for how much I've used this thing, I've left my car up in the air on this overnight probably 3 different times, and it hasn't sagged even a slight bit. So I very much trust the jack at this point. I will really input beyond that is that if you're going to be working on a lowered car, I would suggest getting one with a longer reach. Mine, this one actually, to get the factory jack points, this actually hits on my on the bottom of the car right here. And if it was one that had that longer reach, it would not touch at all. It's low enough right here for a lowered car, but it doesn't have that long of a reach. If you're just doing it on the pinch welds with something like this, that's fine. But if you're trying to reach the factory jack points are a little bit further in, at least on my car, you end up hitting the side of my car to reach the factory jack point, which is like back in there a bit. The jack will catch right here every time, and I have to kind of jam it underneath there. It's not that big of a deal, but it would be nice to have one with a longer reach. So it is totally reliable, at least mine is. I don't know if they vary. This one's been reliable, and it works just fine, and I'm totally happy with it for $60. That I'm working on a lowered car, and I'm working on my car all the time. I do wish I would have spent a little more for one with the longer reach, and one with the dual action pump, so that on up and down it's raising, so that you raise the car faster. This one's a little slow, but I mean, it's fine. $60, really can't go wrong, I would say. Been pretty happy with it.